everything that you do, I will constantly keep a microscope on you, okay? Shister uploaded a video responding to the worst Google document I have ever seen. What they're doing is publicly distancing themselves from Frick, but they're probably still gonna be friends with Frick. Frick the Pirate called you and someone else commentary vultures. Based! Of course I'm a commentary vulture! Duh! Welcome to commentary. We are the vultures. We pick at your bones until there's nothing left. I'm sorry. Vent artwork should be made for you, not for the public. But that's me. That's my okay? Personally, I believe you've done like nothing wrong throughout this. I feel like you're taking accountability for something that is so unnecessary to take accountability for. So because you think that they're racist, you're trying to accuse them of being a child predator? Or theorize that they're a child predator? What the fuck? Why would you date this person? Why would you platform a document of this person, Goat? Because I don't believe for a fucking second that you didn't read that document.
You're suing a man and you ended with a fucking dog hitting a fucking drum!
I'm fucking mad.
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Now, the video we watched initially was pretty well crafted. I'm not going to say it was amazing, but it was good enough that it refuted the points of the initial video. And someone in my chat said, Chris, this Shister person, however you promote their name or pronounce their name, right? They have allegations against them. I'm like, what are you talking about? We go to the community tab, and I noticed that they were responding to allegations of ableism. It's the stupidest thing to respond to in my life. I've never seen somebody having to respond to ableism allegations and taking it seriously. So from there, we located a document made by a individual known as Frick the Pirate. Now, Frick came into my live stream chat and tried to downplay it in my chat saying, oh, it's, what was the words again? Oh, I don't take this document seriously either. And then they put out a tweet trying to cope about me shitting on them. So I go over the document, and it is the biggest nothing burger in human history. They accuse them of using a character that is a flag of a Nazi symbol, which isn't true. It's from the German Empire, World War I. Accuse them of ableism. Accuse them of not being a minority while they have an immigration status. That'll be important to bring up later. In this video will be shown. And the document kept saying it's not a call-out document, but would keep using verbiage that was 100% a call-out document. Goatcatto, ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck the pronouns are of Birdie, promoted this document and put it on their community tab and co-signed this document. Now, according to them, they didn't read the document that well. I don't find that to be an excuse. I think you're a complete fucking retard. And everything that you do, I will constantly keep a microscope on you, okay? Now, did I know that frickin' Goat actually also dated before? Of course they did. This is an incestuous community of people that send pornography to each other on Discord and Discord E-Date. That is all this community is. Now, I wish to state that somebody who will remain nameless let me know that Frick apparently really enjoyed getting shit on by me. So from what I could gather, Frick has a humiliation fetish, and I will continue to humiliate you. Even though you get off on it, I will continue to continuously, every day that I hear something about you, shit on you relentlessly for it. Same thing as Goatcatto. The two of you are made for each other. The two of you are disgusting creatures, and I detest both of you. I don't care what your drama is. I don't care what your trauma is. I don't care what you've gone through. I will go out of my way to continuously laugh at you and make the world your problem from here on out, because you've annoyed me. You've annoyed me. It's nothing personal. You've just annoyed me, and I think you're funny to laugh at. So, with all that context, Shister uploaded a video responding to the worst Google document I have ever seen. So I'd like to see what Shister has to say.
Disclaimer, I have a neurological condition which affects my language skills. My voice can...
Also, Shister, can you do me a favor? Can you figure out your audio balancing? Can you please do that? I'm like begging you. Can you figure out the audio balancing for me? It's like one ear, then goes to another ear, then the audio flips out. Swear, just some constructive criticism.
sound weird sometimes. I apologize for that. If you feel as if I've worded something poorly, please let me know. I'm always okay clarifying things because I understand the disadvantage that my disorder gives me. If you want to criticize me, please be kind, because if you are
With laughing at the stream, he said he admitted it was bad and stuff and banned the drama topic from the entire server. Oh, so he's a Weasley little loser, isn't he? So Quinn, can you do me a favor and tell Frick to like hang himself? That would be awesome. Because honestly, he's just a wasteless space of humanity. So if you could just do that for me, that would be wonderful.
constantly insulting me, it makes it even harder for me to understand what you're trying to criticize me for. I just want to also note that I refuse to engage in any back and forth arguments with Frick. This video will be my first and final say on the topic. I just want to clear up any of the false statements they've made against me. I will warn you that these—
Now the thing is that the false statements we are about to get into is what I reiterated earlier. Ableism allegations, faking their ethnicity, and being a Nazi, which is the most... This document was so bad. If you want to watch it, we're going to clip out that section of the stream and make it its own independent video. And then we're going to make this its own video too.
Allegations start to become extremely ridiculous, but I'm going to deconstruct them anyways, despite how silly some of them seem. This video will include sensitive subjects. Please be mindful before watching this video. These subjects are shown on screen. Despite Frick engaging in harassment towards me, I do not support harassment whatsoever. Please do not send harassment towards Frick.
I also agree. Do not send harassment towards Frick, but I will say what I want to say no matter what. Period. That doesn't give you the right to go and find Frick and fuck with him. Okay? Just understand, I don't like him. Don't harass him, though.
Or anyone else mentioned in this video. You'll probably notice that a lot of this video focuses on Frick the Pirate, because this video was originally directed at Frick the Pirate. Originally, whilst writing the script for this video, Goatcatto seemed to not be very involved. However, as the situation progressed, Goat has publicly talked about me, just without using my name. Goat has also reposted a post by their friend Frick, telling me to off myself, which is certainly—
I'm very curious how that went.
me, just without using my name. Goat has also reposted a post by their friend Frick, telling me to off myself.
If you're a content creator going over serious allegations to give them a platform, stop fucking fence sitting. Oh my god. What crazy. Does it sound I guess I'm not fence sitting. I'm telling your ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the fuck their pronouns are, to 41%. So like, I guess I'm not fence sitting. If you know an allegation is bullshit, speak up instead of giving it a platform. That's crazy, homie. That's crazy, homie. Jack had good intentions when he groomed a 13-year-old. That's not what they said in the video. I watched their video in reference to this. That's not what they said at all. Oh, you should AWF yourself. How about you? How about you do that?
Which is certainly a choice that they have made. This is all over false accusations that don't really have any basis whatsoever, but I'll elaborate more on this later though. Anyways, with all of these disclaimers out of the way, onto the actual video. As of recent, false allegations have been spread around me by an individual. The individual in question goes by Frick the Pirate, who I'll be referring to as Frick for simplicity's sake.
By the way, so Frick deleted his Twitter account, huh? After I went like full schizo on it, huh? Oh god. Okay. Goatcatto is definitely trying to wash her hands of it by implying that Frick is manipulating her into acting like a shitter. So here's my thing. It's a public stunt. It's not real. They're not actually going to wash their hands of it. What they're doing is publicly distancing themselves from Frick, but they're probably still going to be friends with Frick. It's pretty obvious that Goatcatto, in my opinion, doesn't really feel any sort of sympathy to what they've done here. And it's just retarded allegations, and it isn't anything serious. To be honest, the fact that this video was made is absolutely ridiculous in the first place. But like, I don't believe Goatcatto. I don't believe it for a fucking second.
Frick isn't a popular artist or figure by any means. However, they are somewhat known in art commentary spaces due to being a moderator and a friend for a commentary channel, Goatcatto. Goatcatto is a small commentary channel who usually streams about drama. They rarely ever post videos, but do stream pretty frequently. Goat has been in a fair share of controversy, their most notable controversy being the 2019 Sashi drama. This drama consisted of
Frick tells Goatcatto cut him off and was venting about it in chat before wiping the least ChrisTheNarc. They could be lying, but I don't know. I don't know. Do you have those screenshots, Quinn? Did anyone take screenshots of Frick melting down, putting out bullshit allegations? Does anyone have those? If they do, tag me on Twitter and let me know in the chat. I'm so excited to read those.
Goatcatto victim
Ask around for me, Quinn, will you?
blaming and lying about Sashli, a popular animator. I'm not going to go into detail about this situation, however, I have linked a video in the description that goes over this. I'm a huge advocate for changing and becoming a better person, and so generally I will not bring up old accusations. However, when you continue these behaviors years later, I will bring this up. It is also important to note that Frick also has a history of
Yeah, I've noticed that. Goatcatto's like, man, I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I don't like drama. But will continuously engage in drama. This is the thing, right? And I told Lio this, and I've told everybody about this. This has been my position for a long time. People that engage in the drama or are tangentially related to drama content, they never leave. They either just don't upload, or there's only two paths you could go as a drama YouTuber. You can move on to a different form of content, but you will forever be attached to drama. You will watch drama content. You want to be kept up to date because it's like, what is it? It's kind of like a thing. There's like an inherent need for you to stay involved no matter what, even though you're not making the content. Or you say that you're done with the content and continue to engage with it no matter what, because you're an addict and you have to be the center of attention. There's no two ways about it. Okay? There's no two ways about it. Wait, what did Frick the Pirate called you and someone else? Commentary vultures. Based. Of course I'm a commentary vulture. Duh! Welcome to commentary. We are the vultures. We pick at your bones until there's nothing left. We make content off of your bones. We make content off of you. I have no problem stating that I am doing this solely because I find it entertaining. I find it entertaining to pick the literal bones of the retards. I love doing that kind of content. It gives me great joy.
of lying about stuff.
Ultimate groomer review. So they didn't groom anybody.
They got into controversy back in 2019 when they made false allegations against someone. There is a whole other section that will appear later on in the video going over this, but basically both Goatcatto and Frick the Pirate have a history of spreading false information. Anyways, with that introduction out of the way, I want to get into some of the false accusations that Frick has spread about me. These accusations being, and it's a mouthful.
Deep Sea, don't worry, I have the stuff you're posting in chat loaded. We're gonna touch upon some of the new birdie stuff.
Ableism, faking dissociative issues, faking being a person of color, being racist, being a Nazi, which this one's gonna be interesting, claimed I defended a groomer, and insinuating potential predatory behavior. The last two seem really serious, but I'm going to be honest, they're just complete lies and very baseless, but I'm going to get into those ones first because they're the most serious.
Please just fix your audio next time you upload. Just watch the video back, and if you hear the audio like this, please reshoot the audio or do something to maximize the audio settings as loud as it could go, please.
But before I do so, I want to explain why Frick has such a vendetta against me. Well, simply because we had an argument when I joined Goat's server. The argument was over how I wanted to immigrate to the US for a better life. The argument was mostly one side and consisted of them getting increasingly angry. To be honest, I didn't feel like I was having an argument at that time. The argument ended with them calling me delusional and stupid. I had never talked to them prior to this, and I understand how this could have left a bad taste in their mouth about me, because our first interaction was a disagreement. But it does really not excuse their following actions that will be discussed in this video. One of the main ways Frick tries to convince people that I'm bad is by saying that I defended Birdie in my video on the Birdie situation. However,
which they did not. I can definitively say that this person did not defend Birdie in any retrospect. Now, was their position not the most eloquently written or stated? Absolutely. But it's not like they were saying Birdie did nothing wrong. They didn't say that. They didn't try and actively defend Birdie. You're going to hear her own words, and to me, it does not remotely sound like a defense of a fucking degenerate.
His proof for this is him misquoting what I said.
Shister is a he. I don't care, man. Like, I can't keep up with all of it. You're on the wrong channel if you get upset at me fucking up pronouns. They're a he? Okay.
He claims what I said, Birdie didn't groom anyone because he had good intentions. However, what I actually said was, it doesn't matter what Birdie's intentions were, because he still hurt someone. In this video, I choose not to label the situation as grooming, because I couldn't find enough evidence to suggest grooming. However, I do completely disagree with Birdie and say how... I disagree entirely that Birdie was being, being groomed by a 13-year-old. That is the dumbest fucking thing imaginable. Like, that is levels of stupid that I don't even want to get back into. If you want to hear what I think of Birdie being groomed by a 13-year-old,
You can watch that live
How
stream.
disgusting his actions were. I also say that I'm really open to seeing more proof, and that my mind could easily be changed because there's a huge potential for grooming in the situation. I'm going to play the clip of me talking about the birdie situation because it's hard to understand what I'm talking about without me playing it, and plus, I want you to have the full context of what I said. This will also help you to see how much Frick has truly misconstrued my wording, because at this point, it's malicious.
I'm going to quickly repeat myself and say that I still think it's really wrong that Birdie's accusing this person who was 13 at the time of having some sort of mastermind plan against him to make him look bad. I honestly do not think that that's the case, but it seems that Draggy doesn't exactly label the situation as grooming from what I know anymore. I'm not comfortable with labeling if this is grooming or not because honestly, there's not enough context and I feel like there's stuff missing from this. I don't know how their friendship was like before and what led up to this. I do think it seems less likely to be grooming considering that Birdie broke off the relationship within less than a week of dating them and they recognized that this was clearly a mistake and not something they wanted to pursue. So I think that does indicate like good intentions. However, either way, no matter what Birdie's intentions were, it's important to know that this still happened and he should be held accountable for it. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Does that sound like a defense of Birdie being in a relationship with a 13-year-old? They did say that Birdie had good intentions. But the thing is that it's prefaced with all that other information being like, I don't know if I would call this grooming, but it is still wrong. It's wrong and gross. And then they go into the description of being like, I can't call it grooming, but they still need to be held accountable for their actions. The good intention is that they recognize that they were the young individual and they broke it off. That's the only aspect that they said was a good intention. Now again, that is not a direct defense of Birdie, nor it is a defense of Birdie. I would personally say, I would never say good intention. I would never use that verbiage. But according to this person, they have a disability, which everyone in art commentary does, where they are not good at articulating themselves because of their disability. So I am going to give the first pass ever for that, okay? First pass of my life. Where somebody's going to say a disability made me say that, I'm going to give it a little bit of a pass. Not a fan of it, but it is not a defense of Birdie. And Frick trying to make it out like this is a defense of Birdie is not only malicious, it's entirely wrong.
There's like more evidence and context to this.
And the fact that Goatcatto platformed this fucking document for their retarded friend should show that Goatcatto should not be trusted with shit.
Like imply that maybe there's manipulation or something more sinister going on during this relationship, then that would definitely help. But from everything provided, it doesn't seem like grooming.
Birdie is not a victim. I am done saying those words. They are not. I won't even entertain the idea that Birdie's a victim. Birdie is a retarded NEET that puts self-harming photos online for kids. They are not a victim. I don't care what their fucking grow-up was. I don't care what their previous problems were. Inexcusable.
I think it just seems like a really, really poor judgment made by Birdie. And I think Birdie should be less defensive about this and more apologetic because despite Birdie's intentions, this can still have big effects on the younger person. Basically, there's a lot of context to suggest grooming. It's possible, but it doesn't seem like that from everything that's being said. And Draggy doesn't label the situation as grooming from my knowledge. I do believe Draggy is a victim in some sort of way, even if the situation isn't necessarily grooming. But I want to really make this extremely clear. There is obviously, with that sort of age gap, there's huge potential for grooming. But if there isn't really much context for this situation and Birdie just randomly
Frick knows if he comes back, it's just going to be more humiliation ritual for him.
Them because of like a spur in the moment thing, then quickly broken off, then if that's all that there is to it, then I guess it's not grooming. But I'm completely open to like the possibility of there being more evidence or something. I'm just saying my current observation with everything I have available to me.
As you can see in that clip, I said twice that it doesn't matter about Birdie's intentions because what he did still hurt someone. I also critique the way Birdie handles the allegations. My opinion on the Birdie situation still remains the same. I need to see more context to Birdie and the victim's relationship because it would really help to come to a better conclusion. I think that Birdie making a decision to date that 13-year-old while being 16 was bad, even if it was extremely brief. And as stated in the video, I do think there's a potential for grooming. However, there's a lack of context for what happened before Birdie chose to date that 13-year-old. I also want to see the nature of Birdie and the victim's relationship before this decision. Were they close? How frequently did they talk? Etc. These are all very important pieces of information that need to be included in an allegation like this. Even if it turns out that there is no grooming involved, I still think the person is a victim of Birdie in some sort of way, which is like I've constantly stated. That's not fence sitting. That's me not wanting to spit allegations without the correct evidence and context.
Which is fair. Which is fair. I laughed at the notion of it even being grooming in the first place. This is a fair take. They don't have enough context to come to a definitive conclusion that this is 100% grooming of a minor. The thing is that Birdie was 16, this person was 13. There's a 3-year age gap. And it's gross. It's fucking gross. But unless Birdie was sending self-help, self-harming porn and trying to have sexualized conversations with them that there's no other way to describe it other than wrong. Disgusting and wrong. But grooming, you can't really say that much on it. And I get where they're coming from. That's their argument. And I get it. I'm a lot more harsh with it. But they're trying to be safe with it. Me, I find it deplorable no matter what. I don't give a fuck. Birdie's a disgusting piece of shit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
do not like Birdie due to my own personal reasons. I am open to any evidence that comes out against Birdie. If you have some evidence that I did not provide in my video, you could just send it to me. Misconstruing my words instead of giving me extra proof doesn't help. To conclude the segment, no, I did not say that Birdie did not groom someone because his intentions were good. You cannot misquote me and use it as evidence. That's just simply lying. If you found that my wording was too confusing in the clip, then you could have told me. I don't put my disclaimer about my neurological condition just for fun. It is genuinely so that people can understand the fact that I may word things a bit confusingly. You can always ask for a clarification. You deciding to not ask for a clarification and to instead make up a false allegation of me defending a groomer makes it seem like you are doing this out of malice because you do not like me.
They are doing it out of malice. This person is like way too nice of a person to be doing commentary content. They're way too nice. Way too nice. It was malicious. It was 100% malicious by both parties at that time. Now, I understand that Goat may have apologized to the individual here. Personally, I think that apology is fake. I think it's vapid. I think it's not real. But that's just me. I believe they only apologized to get the heat off of them. They seem like the kind of person that would. But again, that's just me.
I just want to remind you that
I'm not saying you shouldn't take the apology. I know I'm a third party that's a total dick commentary vulture, but I just don't believe that apology.
this false allegation is the allegation that you told me to off myself over. The post where you told me to off myself, Goatcatto reposted as well, which is really not a great look, considering the quote that you included in this post being completely false. Honestly, seeing hundreds of people like a post where I'm being told to off myself over something I didn't even say is pretty disheartening, but I'm not going to hold it against anyone who liked the post because I don't think they understood that this was a complete misquote and just a...
You're too nice of a person. Jesus, what are you doing in this community? What are you doing here? You're way too nice. Like, we need nice people in the world. We do. We do. We don't need constant assholes like myself. But fuck, man, like, you're too nice of a person to let that go. But, like, sure, they said kill yourself. I personally wouldn't be morally grandstanding about the kill yourself thing. I've told people to kill themselves, like, less than 20 minutes ago. So I don't really care. So my whole thing is you shouldn't have responded to this in the first place because it's just... There's no reason. There's no reason to respond to retarded allegations like this. These allegations are so fake that it's laughably stupid. Anyone with two brain cells to rub together that read the document recognize this shit is retarded.
Yeah, Shister might be in the wrong community.
I don't know what you're doing here, man.
Lie. However, I'm aware that Goatcatto knows that this was a misquote and absolutely not what I said because this topic has been discussed over and over in their server and not once has Frick actually pulled up the clip of the video where I talk about this.
But wait, so if Goat already knew that that was not the full context, why would they be okay with platforming a document with that information in there? Now, Goat's response is, well, I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't really, proofread it. I didn't really look at it. But they turn around and say that Frick is somebody that they trust to keep them on the straight and narrow. Which is it? Did you read the document and make sure that the person that holds you accountable was held accountable? Or were you okay with all of this, uploaded it, didn't expect me and other people to look at it, and to shit all over you? Which one is it? Because I'm leaning towards the more you guys didn't think that somebody like me was going to find the document.
They just misquote me and then say I've said that when I just haven't. Anyways, on to the next allegation. Frick has implied that I am creepy for simply posting vent animations as an 18-year-old. They take issue that I draw out my dark feelings surrounding my trauma. Frick,
I'm going to say this one thing here, and this is going to be very controversial with the art retards that watch me and watch all these other people, okay? Drawing your vent artwork online is not healthy. I need you to understand this. I need to, cram this down your fucking skulls. It is not healthy. Stop uploading your vent depressed artwork online because people will make fun of you. That'll put you in a spiral and you'll get more depressed as it goes. You are fucking retarded if you're doing that. I'm sorry. Vent artwork should be made for you, not for the public. But that's me. That's my fucking shit, okay? I have a problem with it, but I'm not going to, shit down your throat about it. I'm not going to say you're a horrible person for posting the vent artwork. But if the vent artwork involves, what Birdie does, which I doubt you do, okay? Which I really doubt you do. But Jesus, just stop doing it. Stop letting the public look at the vent. Keep that to yourself. That's supposed to be for you.
seem to have a A lot of entitlement. You do not get to decide what I vent about. This is my channel and I can vent about my trauma. I cannot control who views.
Which is fine. You are allowed to vent about your trauma. I am not saying you can't. I'm just saying it's a bad idea to do it online. Okay? That's just me. That's just me. Okay?
Is my content. I am not venting to children. I am simply posting.
Which is good. You are not venting to kids. So this is apparently what Frick is saying. Look at their community tab and the fan art they get. Those are all kids. I'm sorry. Those are all kids. They post shit about SA and everything, knowing full as well the people watching the content are like 14. How? How do you know that? Here's my response to anyone that keeps saying that a document or event or a channel is specifically made of minors. You don't know. You don't. Even the YouTube analytics showing what the age range of your audience is usually not accurate. And you did that stupid fucking poll in the document saying, oh, they have a child audience. They have 9,000 subscribers, almost 10,000, which congratulations on almost 10K. Only 1.2K people voted on that fucking poll and out of that 1.2K, 4% of them voted that they were 13 and under. You cannot hold this person accountable when they do not know that is the main that is the demographic. This isn't like Birdie, where Birdie puts 16 years old in their bio posting self-harm. It is not the same. It is not the same, and it will never be the same.
Art on a public website, not sending my events directly to children. There is absolutely nothing.
By the way, Shister, whatever your name is, I'm sorry I'm mispronouncing your name. I keep calling you Shister. I have no issue with you. Okay, I have an issue with the Goatcatto and the Frick people because Frick tried to fucking play it off like it was no big deal in my goddamn chat and then crashed the fuck out and deleted his Discord server. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Goat is taking you for a ride. Goat is not actually sorry, but that is my opinion. I think they're only doing this to get the heat off of them. Okay, just there you go.
Nothing wrong with this. You also then go on to say that you're not trying to imply that I'm being a creep, but you definitely were making implications.
They are 100% doing that. They are 100% being malicious.
Of me being a creep, which is pretty gross. You're going to notice that Frick chronically suffers from a sense of entitlement throughout this video, and this is only the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to get into the next allegation now. This is one of the only accusations that have some weight to them. Sorry if at first it's going to sound like I'm using my mental health as an excuse, but I promise it will make sense once I fully explain myself. For context, I joined Goatcatto's server during a psychotic episode. Again, this will make sense. I promise I'm not using my mental health as an excuse. I did not like Goatcatto's community or content prior to joining the server, and I still don't. Usually, I would not join someone's community if I do not like them. However, when I'm having a psychotic episode, I become very confrontational in a very discombobulated way. I'm not aggressive or anything during these episodes. I usually just say a lot of cryptic stuff. I'm convinced at the time that I'm making sense, but most of the time I am not. This enhanced sense of confidence is why I ended up joining this.
Shister, here is my advice to you. If you feel like you're about to go on a psychotic break or whatever, delete Discord for about however long it's going to be. If you feel it coming on, delete Discord. Just put a little sticky note on your computer that says delete Discord if it's psychotic episode. Delete it. Just don't have Discord. Delete it. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not being mean right now, which is not usually my thing, right? But I'm giving you grace here because you got fucked over by these people. I'm just telling you, for your own sake, just delete Discord, please. In general, there is no reason to have Discord. I am very close to just deleting my Discord account and letting my fucking letting the mods run my community server. I'm getting really close to doing it because it's not worth it. It's not worth all the bullshit that comes with it. It is not.
Server. After being verified, I was immediately triggered by one of my very niche and personal triggers. I didn't make a big deal about it, and instead DM'd Frick and made a really poorly worded statement to Frick.
I'm very curious what that was the one that they said you have ableism.
I didn't make a big deal about it, and instead DM'd Frick and made a really...
Let's see here. Can you implement a rule where only certain personality types can talk in the server? I don't think there would be any type of autistic people there. That's kind of based. That's pretty based, actually. That's pretty based. Like, unironically based. That's so funny. See, I've been saying that saying forever that we need to just ban unfunny people, so maybe. So they call Shister ableist, but they are agreeing with what they perceive to be an ableist statement. How did anyone take this fucking ableism comments seriously. It's ridiculous. I'm joking. Help, please, please. I have, I don't know how to pronounce that ableist thing. I have very ableist things to say. No, not really, because I can reclaim it, but it's like so uncomfortable when people don't know how to act gulps. Okay. Help, if anyone makes me uncomfortable, you can DM me goat or something. Usually if people are being extraordinarily cringe, aggro, annoying, unfunny, I bully them into shutting up anyways. You don't know what bullying is, Frick. This is literally me on, like, level 3. Okay? Level 3 to 4. You don't know what the fuck I can do to you. Okay? You don't know the power that the Rat King has.
Poorly worded statement to Frick, explaining my trigger. I'm going to be honest, this was the worst explanation ever and came across extremely ableist. In this explanation, I sort of frame autism as a bad trait, which is really hypocritical because I'm autistic too. I express an aversion to...
Here's my debate on autism. There's nothing wrong with autism. It's internet autism that needs to be eradicated from the world. Okay? We need to, like, put people that are internet autistic in camps and then burn the camps down, because that would save humanity so much time and effort in the world. Thank you, somebody, for the gifted membership. But, like, that needs to happen. I am not going to apologize for saying that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the internet autists running things.
Certain traits on the autistic spectrum. Yeah, I don't specify what these traits are. I struggled to explain myself because of my episode, and I can understand that there were ableist implications of my words. Like, very clearly ableist implications of my words. Here's the screenshot in question, and yes...
That's real ableism. What I just said is actual ableism. You want real ableism? I'm too nice. I don't know. You really are too nice. I don't feel nice for judging them, to bully people like, oh my god, I feel so awkward speaking in the server because of so many people with no social skills. Yeah, that's just, that's literally just, legit. That's just Discord.
It's bad. I just want to clarify that when I'm referring to that type of autistic people, in quotations, I am referring to autistic AMABs. However, I do not blame Frick for not understanding what I meant. Fortunately, because I'm in a better mindset as of recording this, I can explain this trigger. Note, AMAB means people who are assigned male at birth. I have a very extreme discomfort for a lot of traits found in autistic AMABs, especially their lack of understanding of boundaries. The reason for this is that I was sexually assaulted by an AMAB who was neurodivergent, specifically autistic.
Because of the way society
I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucking terrible.
views neurodivergent AMABs,
He was babied a lot and got away with physically and sexually assaulting me. He would try to pull me off my chair whilst I was sitting with my friends because he wanted to sit there. He would get away with groping my thighs and caressing my body in front of people in school on multiple occasions because teachers just saw him as misunderstood. He was at an age where he could understand the implications of his actions. We were both 15. The only other time he received punishment for his actions was when he pinned me against a table in front of everyone, and even then, the punishment was extremely minuscule. This is not my only negative experience of autistic AMABs, but this is the most extreme one. I also understand that not all autistic AMABs are like this.
I'm still willing to be friends with people who are AMAB and autistic. As long as they don't present similar traits to the person who assaulted me, then I'm generally fine. But I know some of his mannerisms are tied with autism, and so
The way I cope with this is ableist, and I'm fully aware of this. I want to let you know that my internalized ableism also...
I am very sorry to hear that happened to you. I'm not going to be a dick about that. I wasn't a dick about the Lio stuff, but like, I can't like shit on you for that. I can't. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing that happens to people, and I'm not going to be like a massive dick about it. It's just terrible that happened. Also, the other advice that I have for you is, please, for God's sakes, buy yourself a better microphone, or like, or just audio mix better, because this audio is just all over the place.
Also comes from misogyny. Because I've been acknowledged as neurodivergent my whole life by adults and schools, I've had more exposure to the differences in how AMAB autistic people and AFAB autistic people are treated. When an autistic AFAB person is having a meltdown, they are seen as...
Literally, buy yourself... this costs $300, but it comes with like a mixer that doesn't have the right component in it, so it's not even worth the money. Honestly, I might buy a Shure SM7B. If you have the money, look into a Shure SM7B. That's like the Joe Rogan microphone. That will make your voice sound incredibly crisp, and you don't have to do the audio setting stuff, okay? Or even a Yeti mic. Yeti mics are incredibly cheap. If you get, well, not incredibly cheap, but like $50 a pop or 70. So, go get a Yeti mic.
being a nuisance, but when an autistic AMAB is having a meltdown, they are given the space to calm down and they are treated with kindness. This is one of my smaller issues though, and most of my discomfort towards autistic AMABs is because of my trauma, which yes, I'm aware that my discomfort is ableist. I've been aware of this for a long time. I cannot control what triggers me, and so I make the effort to avoid these people. This is the healthiest way for me to handle a problematic trigger. No, I shouldn't have mentioned this to Frick, because I don't know them, and the way I explained it is really bad, which I know I was in an episode at the time, but I still regret it. I feel like this information being public is only going to really
Receipts? What did Lio do? Lio, what do you mean? Did they bring up Lio? I don't think they did. No, they didn't bring up Lio. If I brought up Lio, it's because Lio talked about like a very, very traumatic thing that happened to him in one of his videos, and I did not laugh at it. If that's what you mean.
To handle a problematic trigger. No, I shouldn't have mentioned this to Frick because I don't know them and the way I explained it is really bad, which I know I was in an episode at the time, but I still regret it. I feel like this information being public is only going to really hurt people because I can't change my trigger and those people can't change themselves, so it's kind of a losing situation. Also, I highly doubt Goat and Frick know about the specifics of my trauma, so this isn't a them using my trigger against me type of situation. They have no way of knowing that this is a trigger because I'm very quiet about this. This is just a clarification on my feelings towards autistic AMABs. Again, I know not all autistic AMABs are like this. What matters is that I don't discriminate towards them and I keep this sort of thing to myself because these things are problematic and I'm aware of that.
Now, you'd think if Frick is against ableism, then surely they wouldn't partake in it. Well, that's just simply not the case.
That's the thing. It's all these people that turn around and say, oh, don't be ableist. Don't be racist. Don't be sexist. Don't be homophobic. Those are the people that are the most racist, sexist, homophobic pieces of shit on the internet or in general in life. It's the ones that morally grandstand over it that are usually the ones that are the fucking worst, okay? And Frick is a great example of that.
Now, you'd think if Frick is against ableism, then surely they wouldn't partake in it. Well, that's just...
Right here. I need to put this into context. There's more inactive members in chat. I'm actively ableist. At least you're honest about it, retard.
Simply not the case. To be frank, Frick is extremely ableist and actively boasts about being ableist.
I say retard, bro. You gotta pump the what? Hold on. How
well,
many?
that's just simply not the case. To be frank, Frick is extremely ableist and actively boasts about being.
I say retard several times an hour. You gotta bump those numbers up, retard. You gotta get your number of retards up in an hour. I'm already at probably like 20. You gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers, you fucking tard. Those are rookie numbers.
Ableist. From my understanding, they are autistic. However, that does not give you the permission to discriminate against people. Frick has referred to me with the ASA whilst knowing that I have epilepsy and I'm autistic.
You vent publicly to a minor audience at 18. If Shitter went outside and talked to other, you are the retard in the room. Jesus.
Watch I am out. SM commercial on stream RN Plus.
The autism song?
They have also said that they will refer to autistic people with the ASA if needed, making that argument of me being ableist completely.
So here's the difference between like a real ableist and someone like myself, okay? I call all people retards. It is unanimous across the board for me. No matter who you are, if you actually have autism or if you don't have autism, you still get called a retard by me. If you're a real ableist, you just hate retarded people because they're retarded. I did not prove my point well that I'm not 100% ableist with that sentence.
Be hypocritical. At least with my personal triggers, I'm not being outwardly ableist towards individuals. My feelings are not a choice. However, you choosing to actively discriminate against other neurodivergent individuals is a choice. You claiming that you're going to harass people if they publicly state...
I will use it against you. The triggers list. I'll use that like a to-do list. So, Frick is now going around saying that they're going to try and trigger Shister because he has a problem with them posting vent artwork to what he believes is a only child audience. That is fucking retarded.
That triggers is a choice. Also, on multiple occasions, Frick has used my epilepsy diagnosis against me, claiming that I will never be able to hold up a job because of my physical...
What? There are so many people that have jobs that have epilepsy. They're also delusional. I think healthcare jobs are incredibly easy to get and also pay extremely high by default. They definitely won't lose it to disability. That's what everyone's told, despite only ever whining about disability. Wait, so if somebody has epilepsy, they can have a job in healthcare. That's not like... There are people that I know actively in my life that are working in the medical industry as fucking nurses that have epilepsy. How old is Frick that he doesn't understand that people can work through their disability? Or at least try their hardest to? Like, how old is this fucking tard? He's 20? His life should end at 20.
Physical disability. Yes, telling me that I won't be able to achieve something just
because he is not going to grow into anything better. He is not going to grow into anything better. Okay? He is going to forever be a loser. He is going to die alone. And if he gets married, I will be shocked. And he'll end up like Ethan Ralph.
What? Okay, Frick is genuinely stupid.
Very. I don't know what commercial you're talking about. I will watch the I Am Autism commercial in a little bit. I want to finish this.
I have epilepsy is ableism. It's also very clear they are not claiming that I will never be able to hold a job.
Hold on, I just really want to see this.
That I won't be able to achieve something just because I have epilepsy is ableism. It's also very clear they are not claiming that I
It's just get a job like that immediately and get super good insurance for super cheap. They're only moving here because they want benefits and definitely not impeded by the epilepsy. So wait, so this individual wants to move to America for a better opportunity. And this person is taking issue with the fact that they are trying to move to America for a better opportunity. You do realize that, yeah, insurance is going to be expensive with somebody with a pre-existing condition. There are ways for you to apply for insurance if you have a pre-existing condition. It's not going to be cheap, but there are jobs that do offer coverage for pre-existing conditions. This is retarded. This is a stupid fucking argument.
ChrisTheNarc, professional ableist.
Okay.
RPM 600.
True. Thank you for the 20, bro.
I will never be able to hold a job.
Frick admitted he doesn't have a job. He said he's too disabled to work, and his boyfriend buys the things he needs. Aha! So he's Birdie. Gotcha. So he's Birdie without all the self-harm photos and the grooming allegations. Understood. So Frick's a loser neat. Got it. Yeah, he should jump.
Because they're concerned for me, but rather to mock me. This probably isn't a surprise, but I still need to work even if I'm epileptic. I don't just see my epilepsy diagnosis and say, well, I will never try and get employed. I apologize for ranting a lot about this, but they really want to push the notion that I'll never be able to do anything because of my disability, which I really dislike. I also want to put another quick note here. Since the poorly made doc about me that Frick made was released and then taken...
Poorly made is like an understatement. Poorly made is like an incredible understatement of how bad that document was. That document was written by a retard. It is the worst document I've ever read, masquerading as a non-call-out post when it was 100% a call-out post. You are being too nice.
Taken down. Many people have come up with their experiences with Frick, citing that they are extremely toxic and ableist.
I just want to see this.
And then taken down. Many people have come up with their experiences with Frick, citing that they are...
Hey, I know this might push to the side. You may be busy, but please. I advise your mods and admins from your Discourse/drama server to be a bit supervised. We were kicked because they were calling us immature, too autistic to engage in the discussion.
He's trying to say Shister can't get a job, but he refuses to work and relies on his boyfriend.
Yeah, very funny how they project their problems onto others. When they were being rude as hell to me for making arguments of my disagreements, they would not take anything seriously only because I used literally just ... in my sentence to express confusion. Was the kicker for them to kick us from the server, calling us super autistic. That's funny. Or not being able to discuss things properly and not even telling us when we were wrong or where we need to clarify sometimes in their writing. Being extremely unserious in an 18+ discussion chat was a really shocking in a way to me. When we were only expressing something, we kept trying to clarify with other members about our views. Sort of struggling to word or explain myself, and we said this multiple times, but the situation really made me question the moderation of the server. Fucking Christ. I am telling you right now, if any of my mods ban you people, okay? If any one of my mods ban you, and the reason for your ban is too retarded, and you leave me a comment like this, I will blast it on my YouTube channel and make fun of you directly. I don't care how much money you donate to me, okay? I'm just letting you know right now, you will be put on blast almost instantaneously. You might as well just leave the server and never come back.
Extremely toxic and ableist. I tend to insult random.
Yeah, I just remember them like having hazing every single new member for zero reason. Yeah, we don't haze people. Okay, we don't haze people on our server. And even called one a slur. Yeah, yeah, who cares? So I left because I could smell the toxicity. If they are generally making changes, then I'm happy for them.
People. From all of these negative experiences documented, it is very clear that Frick should not be an admin for Goat's server. Okay, the rest of this video is going to be significantly more lighthearted because this is where Frick's allegations against me become extremely ridiculous. I covered all of the most serious stuff first because that's the most important part to me. I'm 100% aware that I'm in the wrong for some of these things, and some of these things could have been solved very easily if Frick just DM'd me and asked for a clarification. This accusation...
Personally, I believe you've done like nothing wrong throughout this. I feel like you're taking accountability for something that is so unnecessary to take accountability for. Like, I understand you're fighting against the birdie stuff. That makes more sense. But, like, trying to trying to respond to this ableism stuff, I don't get how you're in the wrong. You did nothing to another individual. You just told frickin' DMs a joke or like your issue with like some kind of autistic people. That's not ableism. I don't see a reason to respond to that. But again, this is your video. You felt like you needed to respond to that. I will just leave it at that.
Is a little bit mind-boggling, but I'll try my best to explain. Frick claims that I fake being a person of color. This accusation stems from me referring to myself as an immigrant, which I am. It's true that
Frick is retarded. Does Frick not know that white people can be immigrants too? There are white immigrants. They're not all Indian or Muslim or fucking any denomination of brown or black. You know, there are white immigrants to America. Frick, what kind of life have you lived that you're this sheltered and like this misinformed on things? Because when I watched the document initially and read it, I was really kind of hoping that, no offense, Shister, I really was hoping you were faking being like black or brown. Like, I was really hoping because I thought it'd be funny, and then I found out it isn't. It's just so beautiful right now. But I'm glad that you didn't. It would have been funny if you did. It really would have.
I don't mention being white often, which makes sense because I don't experience any prejudice for my ethnicity.
Plus, there is no reason to talk about your race. It is literally the last thing that anyone should care about you. Being true to, like, not caring about denominations of race and sex and everything is not making it your identity. And I am very fucking proud of this person for not doing this.
Also never claimed to be a person of color, like, ever.
It's just so retarded that Frick thought they were a person of color because the word immigrant was slapped next to their name.
The whole idea of me faking being a person of color kind of falls flat because I never claimed to be a person of color. Additionally, Frick expresses anger that I was scared when Trump was elected as president. Frick assumes that this is me trying to pretend to be a person of color. However, it is not. I was scared for reasons such as me being LGBTQ, but most notably, my disability. I was paranoid that my—
Now listen, the British are gross, but he is correct to be, if he is coming into America when there is a major upswing in anti-immigration rhetoric, of course they're going to be nervous about coming to America and how that's going to affect their move and transition into America. That doesn't mean that they're black. That doesn't mean that they're a minority. They are just an immigrant. Like, you could be nervous if you're an immigrant coming to America. Personally, I like whatever Trump's saying doesn't really matter. You're still going to be able to immigrate to America. They're not going to close the borders everywhere, you know?
my legally recognized disability would make me face discrimination during the immigration process. How about they later go back?
I don't think your disability would cause discrimination during the immigration process. I don't believe so. If you're a hard worker and you're able to work and you're a legal worker and you have nothing bad about you going on out there, like you're not a criminal or anything, America will probably take you if you want to work. Like, that's it.
On this, and claim that it's completely understandable that I was scared because I'm disabled. Their arguments are completely inconsistent, and it feels impossible to understand what they truly believe. On many occasions, Frick has...
This is maybe the funniest fucking allegations of all time. I'm not kidding. Unironically, you can watch it in the stream that Core's gonna clip out. I burst out laughing when I heard about the Nazi allegations thing. Oh god, it's too funny. It's too fucking funny.
Referred to me as a Nazi. This is completely untrue, and their evidence to suggest me being a Nazi is incredibly weak. His evidence is that Shister original design from when I was 13 is based on the Nazi flag, which is simply not true. It's based on
It's not.
OC from another artist who made an OC based on the German Empire. I must emphasize on the fact that this is the German Empire flag, and also on the fact that Shister was inspired by an OC based on the flag rather than the flag itself. Yes.
It's not even close. It's not even close. Anything German makes you Nazi, apparently, according to Frick. Anything German related makes you Nazi. Frick, did you fail high school? Did you fail middle school? Were you bad in history? I'm curious. Are you a Hassan Piker fan? You might be a Hassan Piker fan. Sounds like you are, based on the fact that you called someone a Nazi for no reason. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
The old reference sheet from when I was 13 says Pepsi Reich. I believe
if he was homeschooled, his parents are just as retarded as he is.
that was the name of the OC I took heavy inspo of. Yes, I stole the name of an OC when I was 13. I will emphasize that I was 13. And also on the fact that the flag that other person took inspo from is not the Nazi flag. Frick, I understand being uneducated, but you really should be checking to make sure that the evidence to your
is in university or college. Let me guess, he's getting a liberal arts degree. I'm just throwing a dart up against the board. He's getting a liberal arts
I guess
degree.
we can add xenophobia to Frick's resume.
True.
What a charming individual that hates ableism, am I right?
True, Kabuto. Yeah, Quinn, I saw. I'll pull them up in a second.
Trying to present makes sense. Also, I wasn't sure where to mention this, but do you not think it's a pretty risky game to throw around the Nazi label to other European people? You do realize how likely it is that my living family members may be direct victims of the Nazis? It probably wouldn't shock you if I told you that my grandparents fled their hometowns to escape Nazi bombing attacks. Why would I be a Nazi if I have family members that are alive to tell me about their experiences? In all honesty, I know you're aware that I'm not a Nazi. Having an
Frick is studying English. Oh, he's gonna be a teacher. Anyone that studies English becomes a teacher. And I do not want Frick teaching the next generation. I absolutely refuse to allow that to happen. Like how Ethan Klein buried that woman who said she was going to be a teacher after trying to expose him. I refuse to allow Frick to be a teacher.
of a kind of strange origin does not make you a Nazi. You need to have beliefs that align with Nazi.
Yeah, by the way, that was the worst written Google Doc of all time. How the fuck is he going to college for English and write the worst document in human history?
To be a Nazi. On that note, stop weaponizing your Jewish heritage. Every mention I found on your account of you mentioning your
Oh, he's Jewish? Eat some bacon, bruh. I hope somebody slips some non-kosher meat into one of your sandwiches one day on Yom Kippur. I hope somebody, like, sprinkles wheat on your food during Yom Kippur.
Jewish heritage is you using it in an argument or to prove a point. You cannot call direct descendants of Nazi victims Nazis because you have Jewish heritage. If you truly understood the weight of that word, you would not be accusing me of that without careful consideration. Surely you're
That is true. The fact that a Jew is calling somebody a Nazi that isn't a Nazi and using that as an attack vector is crazy.
Family will have taught you the weight of that word. I have not seen any Happy Hanukkah or you celebrating Passover whatsoever.
Okay, this is kind of gay. I'll admit it, Shister, this is kind of gay. I know you're trying to build it up being like, well, he's a Jewish man but doesn't really care about Judaism and all that stuff. That's kind of gay to bring that up. I'll be honest.
On your account. Just you constantly using it in arguments. Rather than you actually...
Like, Frick's a retard, but like... just because he didn't say Happy Hanukkah or some shit.
Partaking in your culture. And yes, I know people can be Jewish without partaking in their culture, but the fact that there's absolutely no mention of them being Jewish in any other context other than arguments says a lot.
It says a lot because that individual is using it as an identity to attack other people that they don't like so that they can throw out the Jew card whenever they get into shit. They'll throw the Jew card at you. They'll be like, you're being a Zionist Nazi. You know, I'm a Jew. You know, my family survived Passover. You know, my grandma was taken in by the Nazis. You know, my bar mitzvah was 5 years ago.
Goatcatto server. Frick has constantly labeled me as racist without any proof. I assume that...
How are you racist? You're like actually one of the nicest people at ACC I've seen so far.
Says a lot. In Goatcatto server, Frick has constantly labeled me as racist.
Okay, I redrew one Shister art because it's unreasonably angry. The SRT made you angry, so you drew fan art of someone who was actively ableist, racist, and underlying anti-Semitic. Oh my god. They really like using the Jew pass. Animation meme community. I'm so glad I didn't grow up with you. Oh my god. But you're hanging out with people that dated somebody from the animation meme community? That's crazy, son.
Without any proof. I assume that...
That's crazy, son. That's crazy, homie. That's crazy, homie.
There's a lot. In Goatcatto server, Frick has constantly labeled me as racist without any proof.
They're letting below 16 stay. Yeah, I don't care. There's nothing inappropriate being posted. If there's nothing inappropriate being posted, if it's a comfort thing, it's a comfort thing. Goat doesn't want new under 18s in here. Even though the server is technically 16 plus, we're not verifying new minors. It doesn't mean that they're up to something. I don't need to theorize that Shister is a child predator. What? When there's evidence that Shister is casually racist and a liar. Wait, so because you think that they're racist, you're trying to accuse them of being a child predator? Or theorize that they're a child predator? What the fuck? Dude, nobody in ACC should ever fucking theorize on anything. How? How do you even come to a theory like that?
I assume they're doing this because they think I'm a Nazi, but I've already debunked why I'm not a Nazi. However, if they're going to make such a false accusation against me, then I'm going to bring up some criticism and point out the fact that they're being hypocritical. I hate to bring up extremely odd things, especially when someone has shown evidence of changing as a person, but it does not make sense why you can call me a racist based on so little proof and actions I did when I was 13 that weren't even racist.
They accuse Shister of being a child predator because of the vent post on the community tab, which is honestly insane. Unless the vent posting involves rape, sex, or self-harm, if it's vent art of anything else other than those three, I could care less. I could care less. I could care less. If there is that straight up pornography and self-harm artwork in the community tab, no one should care. No one should care. No one. That's fuck. I'm like having a fucking mental breakdown with how like retarded this shit is. How did Frick survive this long? Why did Goatcatto allow this person to continue to be a part of their like life? Why would you date this person? Why would you platform a document of this person, Goat? Because I don't believe for a fucking second that you didn't read that document. I do not believe that. You put it right on your community tab and then supported the document on Twitter. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I can smell it from a mile a fucking way. You are the worst fucking liar.
But you're okay with being friends with someone who used to be purposely racist in the past. I apologize for bringing up Goatcatto's past, but if you're going to use the platform they gave you to spread lies about me, then I think it's relevant. For context, up until around Goat was 16, he used the N-word despite being white, as well as making very racist statements. This is an act of racism. And
I really don't care if somebody says the N-word, if I'm being brutally honest. I don't care. But I get where Shister's coming from. Is that if Frick has a problem with Shister,
Frisk is actually creepy.
They need to have a problem with Goat. I get it. I get it. But personally, I do not care that this person was saying the N-word. I can't care. I've said it myself.
And whilst I know Goat doesn't do this anymore, how can you ignore their history but harass me for doing things that aren't even racist from the ages of 13 to 14? It is completely hypocritical and doesn't make sense. Again, I think Goat has changed. However, when you're using their platform to spread a false narrative about me, I'm going to bring up this. This section ties to the implications of Goatcatto having Frick as a moderator for their spaces. Frick has proven to be very irresponsible and an awful candidate for a moderator for Goat's server. One of their examples of their irresponsibility is when they added the whole server to ask if there was any fans of me.
It's less than a flag itself. It's suspicious and more on top of the... that on top of the previous Nazi jokes, imagery that also cover up and lie about. So what if they made Nazi jokes? Wait. Who cares if Shister even did make Nazi jokes? Who gives a shit? I made a joke 20 minutes ago about putting, like, autistic internet people on the internet in camps. Frick's gonna have a real problem with my coverage of them then. Are they Shister fans, watchers here? Can you explain the appeal? Because I really don't get it. Oh, God, what a whiner.
Me in the server. Previously, they had been talking badly about me, and so their intentions become very clear. They wanted to dogpile any fans of me in the server, which is just a complete misuse of power. In fact, they even pinged a random fan to ask if they still enjoyed my content.
That's so pathetic.
Puts the person at risk to being harassed by other members in the server, which is just extremely irresponsible. Frick telling me to off myself over a misquote that they made up is also harassment. Goatcatto deciding to retweet this post telling me to off myself over something I did not say is also harassment. There's a tweet telling me to off myself with over 400 likes because you misquoted me. That is harassment. You are publicizing a document full of misleading allegations.
This isn't like a call-out document. That's why I know this is a fucking lie by you, Goat. This is a lie. This is a fucking lie. This is bullshit. There's no other way for me to describe this. You're either willfully ignorant or you're a liar. You put out, this isn't a call-out document. If you look at my live stream, which we are clipping out that segment as we speak, me going over the document, it is written identically like a call-out document. This is a lie. I do not trust you. This is bullshit that you're spewing. On Shister, but a doc my friend made that has some info about Shister, you know? TW for ableism and Nazi imagery. So you knew that they were going with the Nazi imagery angle and the ableism angle, but you're trying to say that you didn't read the document. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit, you fucking whore. Bullshit.
Is also harassment. Speaking of the document, let's get into that.
On the 13th of January, Goat publicised a document made by Frick that was very clearly intended to be a call-out, despite them claiming that it was not a call-out post. This is already a red flag, because why are you publishing a document with allegations against someone and then claiming it's not a call-out? This is starting to give me deja vu, but we'll get into that in the next section. The fact that Frick and Goat did not have the confidence to call this call-out document a call-out says a lot. The document repeats all the false allegations that I've already spoken about in this video, but I'll briefly cover the flaws of the document. The flaws of the document are the following: failure to provide necessary context where needed. They completely failed to mention my age or when any of these events happened. Frick themselves admits that the only valid accusation is ableism, which is weird. Why include all of the other accusations if you don't believe in what you're saying? Goat and Frick claim the document is not a call-out. However, chose to publicize.
I do not like Ponder Sprocket. I'm just going to put it out there. I refuse to watch Ponder Sprocket content. I refuse. Reason for that is, one, they fucked over Akumu really, really bad. And I've watched all the content on that, both Ponder's videos and Akumu's videos. And Ponder not directly apologizing to Akumu is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It's a fucking crime what they did to him.
A document on Goat's channel for thousands of people to see. To me, it is very clear they are not confident in what they were saying and just didn't want to face the backlash of spraying false information. Only a few hours after publicizing the document, Goat took it down due to backlash. Goat has now apologized.
She apologized? If she apologized, good. Still don't like her content.
Publicizing the poorly made document. However, I do not accept this apology. They allowed the gossip in the server that was being spread around by a
I trust what Lavishly's saying. If they did, good. I still don't like them. I have a gut feeling as to why I don't like Ponder Sprocket. I can't express it, but that was one of my reasons I did not like Ponder Sprocket. Okay? That's one. But there's a gut feeling that I have. I don't like Ponder. I don't know what it is yet, but my gut's screaming to me that Ponder is going to be something that I am going to enjoy picking the bones of eventually.
Moderator to spiral out of proportion so bad that it resulted in all of this. Remember that feeling of deja vu I mentioned? Let's get into that. For this section, I'll be speaking about Frick's history of spreading false information. In 2019, a popular art commentary.
She has yet to do privately. She has yet to do publicly, especially when her community still believes Akumu is the boogeyman. Okay, fair.
YouTuber Ponder Sprocket made a video on Frick. I'll give a quick summary on this video. However, if you are curious, you are free to watch the video, and it is linked in the description below. I'm also aware that people can change and that Frick was only 15 when this video was made. However, I'm going to explain why I believe Frick hasn't changed. Okay, summary time. So in this video, Frick is called out for falsely accusing someone called Finn for the following things: faking mental illness, being abusive, and pedophilia. These are the main claims, but there is a lot more petty stuff that Frick mentions. Frick also claims that this call-out that they made on Finn is not a call-out. Kind of like how they said the call-out they made on me was not a call-out. I felt
That's fair. That's fair. Frick hasn't changed. That is a good fucking point by Shister. Incredibly fair. If they are doing the same exact actions that they were doing when they were 15 and didn't grow up and still making the same fucking mistakes 5 years later, and they're still pissed off at Ponder for making that video about them, making the same mistakes that they made 5 years ago, that video still holds up then. That video still holds up. I don't like Ponder. But if the actions that Ponder criticized in that video are almost identical to the actions he is making here, Ponder was right to make that video and just eviscerate you, Frick. No matter what you say, Frick, you will never grow. You will never learn. You will never change. You will die alone. You will only remain on Discord. You will never sire children. And you will forever be somebody that is nothing more than a fucking joke on the internet. Recognize your place.
First in the situation, Frick starts off with small petty grievances, accusing Finn of faking mental illness. As the situation progresses, Frick begins to make increasingly serious allegations, and so these accusations end up developing into accusations of pedophilia. There was absolutely no strong basis for any of these arguments, and Frick remained insistent on spreading false information. However, shortly after this video was released, Frick apologized for creating this false information, and ever since has claimed that they do not do this anymore. However, with everything that I've explained in this video, you can see that is simply not the case. Frick has remained the same person that they were when they were 14/15, which is concerning considering the fact that they are 20 now. Having someone like Frick be around and be a very active moderator for—
Did you catch the Holocaust the mariachi bands are coming from?
Did you catch the Holocaust? The mariachi bands are coming for us.
True, Lio. So true. So true, dude.
Goat's community makes it seem like Goatcatto endorses spreading false information about people. Goatcatto then choosing to spread this false information outside the server certainly doesn't help the case. This will only be a brief section because essentially it has the same point as the previous section. Goatcatto also has a history of spreading false information. This can be exemplified in the 2019 Sashi drama where they spread false information about Sashi. There are many videos about this if you look up Sashi 2019 drama. I'm not going to go into specifics of it at all. I'm just saying that it seems that Goatcatto has repeated this behavior again as a 20-year-old, indicating a lack of personal growth.
Which, that is fair. That is a fair criticism. This individual platformed a fucking allegation document and allowed this to continue and made the same mistake that they did before. But this time, I genuinely believe that they are fucking lying. I believe that they are fucking lying that they didn't read that document, because that community post in particular shows that they understood that the angle was ableism and Nazi imagery. and them trying to turn around and be like, oh, I didn't read it, or I just trusted them to upload the document, I didn't really look into it, is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to give them any sort of fucking grace on it because they allowed Frick to do this. I refuse. I absolutely fucking refuse.
Something I quickly want to mention, Goatcatto has decided to shut down the drama server, where many of the screenshots I have provided in this video have came from. To me,
I wish it was there. They have to stop lying to themselves first. I don't know if they'll do it, just hope so. No, they will be barren. They will never sire a child, Lio. They will forever be relegated to being a joke on the internet. I have decreed this. They will never sire children. Never. See, Lio's trying to change for the better. I'm just saying crazy shit. Goat nuked the whole server, by the way. Good. If they didn't, I was going to start digging around in there, and I'm pretty sure they weren't going to be happy with what I found.
this seems like they're trying to hide everything they said, but it's okay. I already have the proof. This isn't the first time Goat has deleted a drama server due to backlash. This is a repeating pattern. Only time will tell if it repeats again.
It will repeat. This is the thing about people like this, right? I know you're trying to give them their grace and saying, well, it's up to them if they repeat it. No, they will repeat it. It is obvious that they will repeat it because at one point, Goat, from what I understand, didn't want to be involved in drama anymore, thought drama stressed them out, didn't like covering drama content, and then went right back into the drama cycle all over again. Which means that their bad habits still carry over, which means that they are going to make this mistake again. This is somebody that cannot learn. Frick is somebody, from what I can tell, over a 5-year period has not grown and changed. Done. Oh, I have been focusing solely on Frick, but the Goat person, Lyle, I am getting shit. I am going to give them shit forever because they allowed this to be platformed in the first place. They let some retarded mod make a call-out document and put it on their platform.
As of current time, Frick hasn't reached out to me to apologize for all of the false allegations they have spread about me. Only Goatcatto has. I know Frick will probably claim that I'm using my audio.
I don't believe the apology from Goat. Frick is gone. He's off the internet. He's out of here. Fuck Frick. But I just don't believe Goat.
Against them to deflect any blame. However, I think that's a completely redundant argument. If you choose to spread false information about me, then I am allowed to respond. I hope one day you will learn from your actions. This situation has put a lot of stress on me, but making this video has made me feel a lot better. Just as a reminder, please don't harass anyone in this video. Criticism is different to harassment. That concludes everything I wanted to say. If you want to support me, I now have commissions open again. My Ko-fi will be linked.
I'm very happy for this person. I hope they keep going. Keep making the content. Get a better fucking mic, please. I am begging you, get a better mic. I'm literally begging you. Want to know the actual reason why this doc was made? I don't think Frick is gone, just likely off on an alt. Probably. They're probably hiding out, getting pissed off, watching the live stream right now. Hi, Frick! Hi, Frick! Hi! But good for you, Shister, for defending yourself. I think it was unnecessary to defend against the ableism allegations. But all in all, I believe this is a good video. I think you're on your way up. Just keep doing your thing. Don't end up like Frick or Goat or any one of these people in the art commentary community if you're going to continue going this route, because then you're next on my list. Okay, Shist? Okay, you'll be next up. The Rat King will find you, so behave. So Quinn joined the Discord server earlier and provided some screenshots of Frick kind of like crashing out a little bit. So let's grab all of these.
Whoa! In case he is seeing the stream, frick yourself, dude.
Classic. Let's see here. So this is all I have other than what was shown in this video of Frick talking in the Discord server. Thank you, Quinn. Thank you very much. Let's see what we got here. All right. This is Frick. Okay, we're restarting. No more drama discussions at all. So my coverage being a little, the harsh man that I am, ruined an entire Discord server. I love to know that. That feeds me with fuel. That means I'm doing the right thing. Bromo, don't worry about it. You are not caught up. You can DM me for the next 24 hours and I will answer. Everyone, I will rewrite rules soon since this will be more active, but ACC/AMC topics are banned here. Ooh. Damn, son. I ruined an entire drama Discord. What happened to the Goat server? I'll DM. I am evil. No, you're not. Goat needs to grow the fuck up. True! That's all I have for now. Unfortunate. Big L's all around. I'm pissing on your grave, son. I'm pissing on your grave. When you die, I'll be like Ethan Ralph, and I'll piss on your grave. There we go. Good luck, bozo. Good luck. L for you. You tried to spread false allegations against somebody or ridiculous allegations against somebody. You got blown the fuck out. I'll piss on your fucking grave when you die.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the clip. Thank you, Core, for doing the editing. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Check out the link in the description for the Lolcow trading card game. There's a brand new pack called Series X. That pack has my card in it, the tipster cards as well. On top of that, there's a bunch of other cast of characters in there. And we're also working towards an ultimate goal for that. So make sure you guys click on the link below. We're going to try and upload daily here and do live streams pretty often. So make sure you stick around and hit that like button. Thanks, guys.